Welcome back, everyone, to Montgomery County's Engage at Home. This is a new program that's been developed by the county's Caregiver Support Program, specifically to help you nest well during this time of social distancing. As we've been saying with all of our interviews, our goal is to connect you with some of the most amazing resources that are at your fingertips, freely available, and to help you really build your resilience. So during this time, you learn new skills, keep connected, stay healthy, and probably most importantly, are able to thrive. Today, I'm going to take a little bit of time to help you navigate the county's Caregiver Web Page. Let's have a look at it. So here we are on Montgomery County Government's webpage. You'll notice up here in the address that it is a montgomerycounty.gov website. And the caregiver support part of our senior site area. On the whole senior site, there are a range of valuable resources that help everyone in Montgomery County connect with health, recreation, safety, housing, and so much more. Today, what we're going to look at is our caregiver support program. I've mentioned many times the county's caregiver blog and newsletter. That is accessible directly from the county's Caregiver Web Page. So if you look up the top, these are the principal resources. So we have online brochures, resource guides, and fact sheets specifically to caregivers. Next, we have a series that is developed particularly for areas around aging and disability. Next, we have the newsletter and blog, and we'll go back and visit that. We have the Caregiver Dementia series, which is also accessible through the blog. We also have a range of helpful programs. Scrolling down, there is a video series that was developed by Montgomery County's media, and it presents you with our 4 principal service providers in Montgomery County. That is the county's Aging and Disability Services, the county's Respite Care Program, Holy Cross Caregiver Resource Centre, and the Alzheimer's Association. This video really captures the warmth of our providers and also the rich scope of the work that they do. This is directly accessible from our website. We always like to include on the county's web pages simple questions and answers that helps you as a person who is caring for someone to really identify whether there are resources out there for you. We oftentimes hear from people that they don't think that there is a support for them. There are many supports that either are public or private supports. By going through these questions, there are pop-up answers that then help you better understand and connect to resources that are available. So do please take the time to look at that. We revisit down further the area that was mentioned up the top in this section here. These are repeated in length further down. So the county has produced many fine documents that will help you as a carer connect with resources, but also develop your own in-home strategies that really do assist you provide care. We have the Aging and Disability Services Unit. That is the one where we say to people, if you need assistance, please call us on 240-777-3000. If you click through here, you will find more information about Aging and Disability Services. So where I'm going to spend the last part of our time together today is to look at the county's e-newsletter and blog. Now, if you want to sign up for the newsletter, all you have to do is click here and it will take you to the county's central register where you can choose what sort of alerts or newsletters you want to sign up for. Now, if you want to view any of our newsletters, you just click here. So I'm going to do that. This is just a simple redirection. This is officially coming from Montgomery County government saying, do you want to be redirected to this external web page? And yes, you do. So here we are. We are now on Montgomery County's blog. Now, every month, whether you subscribe through that main county web page or you subscribe here, we will send you an email newsletter. That is a very simple, single email that tells you what to expect of new information that we have published on the Caregiver blog. And there are direct links that then take you to the Caregiver blog. So say, for example, we launched Engage at Home in the April edition. Now, since then, we've also launched this new category, COVID-19. We also talk about what support groups, events, telephone and web-based programs, fundamental information to help new caregivers, a journal, and also links to the county's podcast series. So let's take a little look at a couple of these new items that I want to draw your attention to. So our podcasts. If someone isn't familiar with how podcasts work, podcasts are audio recorded interviews where they are launched and available for everyone to listen to for free, either on their computer, their smartphone, or other electronic device. In Montgomery County, you can access these directly from this page on the county's Caregiver blog. This is our podcast page. And it's very simple. All you need to do is click on the arrow and you will be able to hear the edition. It will start immediately. You don't have to download any software and you can listen to it straight away. You can pause it. You can listen to it whilst you're working, while you are doing exercise, or maybe even just relaxing. Each of our editions lasts for about 30 minutes. I am the host, and we have editions that go right back over the last 6 or so months. The oldest are down the bottom, and the most recent editions are here at the top. Our most recent editions were talking with the Alzheimer's Association about their diversity and inclusion. And then we also spoke with the Holy Cross Community Faith nurses about how to help caregivers prepare and keep their calm during this period. And a special treat, we also have a guided meditation. With each month, we produce 2 podcasts. The episodes are listed here with our guests. We also have a resources section for each month, and they have direct web links so you can follow up with any of the resources that we've been talking about. We also have link on the county's Caregiver blog to Engage at Home. And then, as I mentioned, this new link, which is COVID-19, this is where we put regular updates from county government, local jurisdictions, Maryland state government, and specific health advisories from national organisations like the CDC. This section here, particularly COVID-19, I will be updating daily as new information comes available. So before we go from the county's caregiver blog, what I wanted to also remind you that on the blog, we list both caregiver support groups that happen in person, and we also include caregiver supports that happen online and via telephone. So this month, we have a rich array of supports that are available through the Alzheimer's Association. We also include lists that are going to be available through other organisations. So I highly encourage you to take the time and have a look at the resources that are under caregiver events, and then also telephone and online. So telephone and online is going to be the lion's share of caregiver supports that are happening at this time. And they include links to, as I mentioned, all of the Alzheimer's Association's programs, also what Montgomery County libraries have available. And really, this is a rich array of supports through Montgomery County libraries. And these are very much focused on keeping caregivers' mind and soul together, plus many of those that they care for will benefit. We also have information that's available through our Beacon partners, other local nonprofits, Holy Cross, etc. So the blog is a really good portal because, as I mentioned, we use this as a way of connecting our caregivers in a timely manner to available resources. So here we are back, and I'd like to finish off this conversation talking to you about why keeping in contact with the county is so important. Here on the county government's website, you will guaranteed to get trusted, non-biased, non-commercial information. The senior site, as I mentioned, has resources that will connect you to all updated information regarding volunteering, transportation, caregiver supports, safety, recreation, health, and much more. For carers, one of the things that I'm most concerned about is that this is going to be a time when you are going to need extra assistance. Up until now, you have often had others to help you share your responsibilities. But for many of you, that can't happen. Adult day services have ceased operating temporarily, and many home health aides are unable to now come into the home. So this is where you are going to want to be able to reach out to supports that are in the community. So before we leave the senior site, I wanted to scroll back down and I wanted to show you this publication. This is the county's new publication specifically designed to help caregivers understand that it's normal to have highs and lows as a caregiver, and that there are resources out there. So just briefly, I'm going to introduce you to the document. We begin by talking more about what it means to, maybe always not have those terrific days, and that it is normal that you would be feeling a little bit more burden than you would normally. So this document is available for free on our website, and I'll go back into our website to show you again where that is. We talk about what Montgomery County government resources are available to you. And many of these organisations that are county and community are still available to take your inquiries and to begin having a conversation with you about support. So one of the areas that I want to finish on before we leave this page is the Montgomery County's Aging and Disability Services team. They are still available, and the way you contact them is 240-777-3000. For some of you, it may just be that you'd love to have a conversation with someone who is patient and willing to lend you an ear. We can also then connect you with other resources that may be specific to the diagnosis of your loved one. And that's where you can have more lengthy conversations with specialists, all free, who are able to have empathy and provide you with practical information. Some of you may need immediate assistance for challenging situations that are happening at home. So remember, 240-777-3000 is Montgomery County's Aging and Disability Services. So I'm just going to go back, remind you of the beautiful cover for this new publication. And that is available here under Resources for Family Caregivers, fact sheets, guides, brochures, etc. So I want to thank you once again for joining Engage at Home, Montgomery County's new channel specifically designed to ensure that you and your loved one nest well during this period of social distancing. I'm Lily Fisher. I am engaged at home and more than willing to continue providing you with interesting and important resources and supports. Go well and be at peace.